Hey, it's Rick. So people ask, who should be creating content for my practice, for my doctor's office, for my business in general? And the reality is that people who are creating content, marketing content for your business, in my opinion, should be a mix. It should be a mix of the people that are working in the office because you know your office and your patients, your procedures better than anybody else. But it also really helps sometimes to have a marketing person, a marketing agency, or someone else who understands SEO, who knows what people are looking for, who can really tailor what you're saying into easy everyday speak. And what do I mean by that is that every business, every industry has their jargon of what they do and their shortcuts for words and terminology. And often we all can't see the forest for the trees, right, in our own business, because what that means is the inside track, but when you're trying to explain to someone else, that may not be the right thing. And here's a funny little tip for you is that when you're in the office trying to explain something to somebody, you explain to them correctly because you're right there with them. But if you're sitting at your desk and you're typing it out, or if you're trying to record a video, or you're writing something down with pencil and paper even, the industry jargon comes back because you're not talking to Joe Public about what it is. You're talking to yourself as you're writing it. So one of the things that marketing people do is they create what's called an avatar for the intended audience. And that is a very specific image of a person, whether it's a housewife or a businessman or a construction worker or whoever, and it lists like things they understand, their education level, their income level, what they're really looking for. And when you're writing and creating content, you should be writing for that one person. So it kind of doesn't matter who's writing it. What matters is the message correct? So inside your office, you may have gotten some new piece of equipment that you think is really awesome that you want to share with people, so you tell people about it. That's awesome. The marketing person doesn't know that information, and you can provide it to them and they can write it, but you can also write it and have the marketing person edit it if they need to. You may not be thinking about SEO keywords like a good copywriter does, but the SEO keywords are really vital to getting you found. For example, if you live in Mesa, Arizona, if you don't put Mesa, Arizona within the context of some of the content that you're writing, people may or may not know who you are. You know you're there, but they don't know that. And that's part of the mix of paying attention to what you're writing, who you're writing for. And a marketing person thinks on those terms, but you in the office think on these terms. And it's a very positive dynamic when you can get the two to work together. So in my opinion, who should be writing the content? I think that it's a mix. I do think that it's beneficial to have some of the marketing content that is created in office run by your marketing agency just to proof it, if you will. But I also think there's a lot of information that you could just throw out there. You can put it out there for people to see. That doesn't have to be approved. You don't have to engage in somebody else. And once you get the handle of how to write this content or how to even do videos on this kind of content, it will make it so much easier for you to just kind of crank things out and keep that marketing thing going, because the more content you can create and post out there in digital media, whether it's your Facebook profile, your business page, your website, your blog, putting it on YouTube, posting in like Medium or Tumblr, one of those other blogging platforms, there's a whole bunch of different things you can do with content. And once you get in the habit of creating that content, which we'll talk about in another video, but once you start creating it and get used to it, then it makes it so much easier for you to create it. But what you'll also see is an increase in clients, increase in appointments, increase in people coming back, increase in referrals, because the more people see you, the more they want to come see you. That's kind of a silly phrase. Anyway, but you understand what I mean. If you go to a networking event because you want to be seen, that's the same as posting something online. You might reach 5 people. How many people do you really talk to at a networking event? So really think about the content, and as to who should create it, your secretary can create it. Your appointment booker can take it. Your accounting person can create it. You as a doctor can create it. As the doctor's assistant, you can create it. If you have a massage therapist in your office, they can create it. And each of them should be creating something. And it may not be in their job title, and they may or may not like it, but try it. You may find that you've got a budding journalist that's within your midst and you don't even know about it. So it's well worth asking who can create content, who's interested in creating content. Try it. It's not going to be perfect out of the gate. It's not going to happen exactly as you want it to the first time out. Nothing ever does. But give it a shot, try it, and I bet you can make it work. So who should be creating content? Everybody should be creating content that works within your business so that you can get more patients so you can keep paying them more money. There you go.